back to my channel, or welcome to if you're new. My name is Marie Vlogs. I make lifestyle content here on YouTube in the form of vlogs and themed videos. Now this one's a little bit different because I have noticed there's quite a few new subscribers here. So first of all, wow, thank you so much to each and every one of you that has watched, liked, commented, whatever, subscribed especially to my channel. I super appreciate it. It means a lot to me and I'm having so much fun doing it. So I wanted to make a video kind of just, you know, welcoming everyone to my channel now that I have quite a few followers and some consistent views on my channel, which feels really awesome. I'm just really happy to, you know, have this community of people. So anyways, so this video will be introducing myself a little bit and also telling you guys some things that I think, you know, will be good for my audience to know when watching my videos and what you can look forward to in the next few weeks, months, and this whole year. So yeah, if you're new to this channel, obviously all this information will be really new to you, but if you've been following me even since from the beginning, some of this information will actually be new to you as well. Most of it actually. So anyways, grab a snack, grab a drink, whatever, and let's get to know each other. So the first few things about me. Hi, I'm 26. I'm currently living in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, but I do come from a small town in New Brunswick, so that's where I lived the majority of my life. And then when I graduated high school, I went to St. Thomas University in Fredericton. So I did not that this is a resume, but if you're interested, I did a double major, so in communications and public policy, and also I did a honors in science and technology studies, and I really loved my time there. So after that, I decided to go pursue my master's in communications, which brings me to Ottawa because I did that in Ottawa. So I moved here and I had two roommates who are now some of my closest friends, and I didn't know them really at the time when we moved in together, but we were all from the East Coast, moving to Ottawa to pursue different careers in education. So we all lived together, and then the pandemic hit. Of course, that's always how the story goes for the last few years. So unfortunately, we had to separate ways. They obviously went back home with their families, and then I met my partner, Spencer, who I'm now living with. So it was just kind of made sense at the time that we would move in together, even though we only started dating not long before the pandemic, but the pandemic kind of speeds things up for you, I guess. So yeah, so anyways. So going with that, I have a boyfriend, Spencer. We've been together for almost 4 years now. So I'm sure you've seen him in my vlogs, or you will see him in my vlog season, most of them, because we live together. So we do a lot of things together as well. Yeah, so like I said, we are currently living in Ottawa. Do we love the city as a city? No. We both kind of feel like Ottawa's too big. And I know if you're from like an actual big city, you're gonna be like, what? It's not a city, it's not big. I get it, but coming from a small town, I don't really need a lot of the amenities, and honestly, I get overwhelmed in big crowds of people, so all the things that Ottawa has to offer, I don't want it. So like, it's kind of pointless that I'm here. Although, you know, I did get a good start in my career here in Ottawa, of course, because there's so many opportunities, and again, I'm in the communications and marketing field, so obviously there's a lot of opportunities over here, so I am very happy, and that kind of goes into my next thing. I am fully employed, so I work every single day, and sometimes weekends and nights on the weekdays as well, which is just the nature of my position, and I really like what I do. I love it so much. I'm very thankful that the work is rewarding and I really like it, so that I can also pursue things like this, like YouTube, that I really like on my spare time, and I don't feel fried, you know, after work, so I can actually do this, which is, you know, really great. So why did I start a YouTube channel? Well, I have watched YouTube like pretty much as soon as I got a computer. I have followed all of the major YouTubers ever since the beginning, to be honest. I always loved it. I always wished that I could have started it, but in all honesty, I came from a very low income background. You know, being able to get all the equipment at the time would have been way too expensive, and honestly, I shouldn't have been, but as a kid, I was a little embarrassed, you know, about what my background would have looked like and stuff like that. So I never really got the confidence for that. And then growing up, I always felt like people would judge me. And now that I'm 26 and I don't really care about anyone's opinions, I figured, you know, why not? So I got myself a camera. I was using my phone for a while, which also sometimes I still use when I'm out and about. But yeah, so I started my channel almost half a year ago, probably a little bit more. And yeah, I'm just having a lot of fun. My big goal, you know, is to have a community of people that I can talk to all the time. You know, I don't see it as like subscribers, as fans like a lot of the bigger YouTubers. I just feel like it's a big community of people that are, you know, like-minded, like some of the same things I would love to do more interactive things in the future, you know, if my audience grows more and stuff like that. But anyways, I'm having a lot of fun, and coming from a creative background, you know, this is just one extra way that I get to be creative, which I really like. And I actually have always liked video editing, so being able to practice that, I'm learning lots of things, and I feel like I'm slowly getting better, so I really enjoy that as well. All right, so I mentioned that me and my partner are living together, which is very true, but we've also moved in with Spencer's parents. Now, the market out here is craziness for houses. If you've been following along, you'll know that my big goal this year is to own a house, and again, I will always say this, but it's not something I take for granted. Again, I said I come from a low-income background, so I haven't really lived in a home that my parents have owned. Anyways, so in order to save for said house, you know, we thought about it, and it made sense to, you know, stay with Spencer's parents, which we have been doing for a little bit now, which might make a lot of sense to some people now who have watched my vlogs and kind of have listened to a few things that I've said, like, oh, the house that we're living in right now, we don't own, so we can't make changes, things like that. So anyways, it's obviously a big help, and we've been able to save quite a bit more ever since doing that. Now we actually feel like we have the money put aside, because obviously when you're living in a place that you're not spending nearly as much money as you would on rent and everything, you're able to save a lot more. So anyways, we've been able to save the amount that we want for our initial budget of a house, which is not very much of a budget if you look at it in Ontario's perspective, but if you look at it from a New Brunswick one, it's a decent budget.
So for example, here you see the average home for Ottawa is $884,000, and then versus a city in New Brunswick that we're looking at, which is $331,912. So yeah, big difference. And I did a bad job of explaining, but we are looking in between both moving to New Brunswick and or staying here. So yeah. But if we stayed here, obviously we need to live in the outskirts, because look at that average.
Anyways, so that's really great. We're very thankful that we were able to do that. I definitely recognize the privilege that comes with that, not having to pay like a massive rent every month. So kind of segueing into that. So obviously we're living in another person's home. So, you know, as great as it sounds, it also comes with some difficulties. Not really, but they're just small things, like I won't be able to make any big changes to our space, which makes sense. It's not my place. I would like to, you know, do those sorts of like DIYs and stuff like that on my YouTube channel, like house renos and blah, 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 organization, which I can do a little bit. But this is all to say that this content and all these types of like home things, I plan to take you on my channel. Like I mentioned, it's a goal of ours to own a house, so I plan to make many of videos on that, about how our process was going, the house, you know, hunting process. I'm already started taking lots of notes of our entire journey of like how to get started, like a basic guide for people who don't know at all how to buy a house in Canada. I want to do stuff like that. Bring you house hunting. I've been taking photos and videos of all the things that we've already been seeing. So I want to take you along with that. And then of course, move-in vlogs, like what we're going to do with our home, tours and stuff like that. So I'm very excited to be able to do that on my channel. I just want people to know that that is coming. I just unfortunately can't do that stuff right now, which is just circumstantial, which is totally fine. But I do want the audience to know that if you're interested in that content, like that content will be coming this spring/summer. And also talking about that, obviously, you know, I'm living with 3 other people's lives, so Spencer and his parents. So, you know, I can't just decide to, you know, start filming whenever I want to. I'm working with other people's schedules. Although they're very helpful and supportive of my journey, you know, I never want to be like, everyone cool, it's filming time, no one in the space. Like I can't, that would be so rude. So anyway, so you know, I'll be able to do like a lot more vlogs, a lot more like picking up my camera and doing like weekly vlogs all the time. Obviously I like to do the weekend ones when I can, but yeah, I just want to mention that as well. Like all those things, I feel like I'll actually be able to create even more content just because it'll be on my own schedule and stuff like that. And again, that's not like a negative thing, but it's just a reality when you're sharing a space with people, you know? It's not just all about you, so, which is totally fine. But I want the audience to know more of that will be coming as well. Okay, so I've talked about, you know, the basics of who I am, where I'm from, what's happening right now, what's to come, but also want to talk about things that I'm just interested, so you kind of get to know me a little bit more. My favorite color is green. Some of my favorite hobbies include watching really trash TV. Like I've recently started watching The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I love that stuff. Love watching Selling Sunset. stuff like that. Poor Spencer is a big movie buff, and he always wants me to watch like these very, critically acclaimed movies that are like very interesting and philosophical. I also love going for walks and going to different coffee shops. I love exploring different coffee shops. Although a big goal of mine is to switch to matcha this year, I do love going to a coffee shop, making my own coffee at home, just drinking coffee in general. But yeah, I do really enjoy checking out all the different places. I've recently really liked boba this year as well. I tried it late last year, and now I really like it, so I love doing that. I also love, window shopping, but also like going into stores and just looking around. There's this TikTok that always makes me laugh because that's so me. It's like girls went shopping. Oh wow, this would be perfect for my book club. Wow. And then you just leave it there. That's me. I'm always like, wow, wow, wow. And then I just don't buy anything. But I love browsing the shops. I used to be really into fashion. That is something that I'm trying to figure out this year, obviously. No, it's fine. this is just a nice comfy sweater because I'm at home right now and it's comfy cozy. But that's something that I used to really like to do. Other things, I love having fun with friends when I can see them, having a laugh. I don't take my life too seriously. I am a big jokester. Like, I like to have fun and make jokes with people. I also love artsy stuff. I used to have a small business with my grandma, and we made scrunchies. Well, she made the scrunchies, but I made clay earrings, which I really, really liked, and that was fun. But I kind of recently stopped because it stopped being fun for a little bit. So anyways, that's more something that I do for, relaxing fun now. I love to color. Yeah, I don't know, like what else am I interested in? I also love going on little road trips. I haven't been able to do much traveling in my lifetime. Again, coming from like a low-income background, obviously vacation was not top of mind ever because there was necessities, that were thought of. And then in university, my master's, I was all about saving all of my money because I paid for all my school. So I had to, obviously get student loans and stuff like that. So I never felt like it was my money to spend. So I never really got to do much, but last year we went to Newfoundland and Cape Breton, which I had never been before, which I absolutely loved. And I do have vlogs, so if you want to check those out. But yeah, those are things that I really, really love to do. And that's just a little bit about me and the type of content that's going to be coming soon. So yeah, I know this might be a shorter video. It's a much more casual video, but I love watching these. I love seeing the person behind the camera. And sometimes I feel like within a vlog or a full themed video, you can't really talk about all that stuff. I guess you could, but I just never found the way to fit it in. So I felt like, why not make a video like this, as my channel continues to grow, and people, if they have an interest in me, we can definitely do Q&As if that's at all interesting to people. And again, not a big deal if it isn't, but yeah. So I just wanted to do a little video welcoming everyone to my channel, saying a huge, huge thank you, and letting you kind of know what's up with me. So I really appreciate you being here. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you did enjoy this video. And if you're enjoying my content, feel free to comment down below as well if there's any kind of content that you're hoping that I would do. If there's anything that you think that I would be interested in and you would be interested in watching, let me know down below. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.